I should take the wings of the morning, feel you out there, out there, leading me all the way. Take the wings of the morning, feel you out there. So I am right back with you this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sir. Pleasant morning.
Greetings, morning, good morning.
How are things with you? Seem like you are are you on your bike or what? What are you on?
No, I'm sitting at chair, but I'm outside.
You are outside. I see. I can hear the rooster in
Outside.
the background. Sound
Yeah,
like
man,
morning.
outside.
Sound like morning to me. Because there we are, and I hear the rooster out there making noise. How are things with you this morning, though?
Well, things not so bad, Yeah, man, everything is okay so far,
Things are
Yeah.
good. Things are good. I am happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. It is a blessing to have you with me though on this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah,
hmm
man.
how are you feeling the vibe to be in New York?
Well, I'm always up for the experiences, so definitely, definitely.
Oh my goodness, we are so excited around here, right? We are really
Yeah.
excited around here, and equally like everybody is bubbling up with with a certain kind of a joy, right? With a certain kind of a joy that we can't even explain it, sir, because it's been spread abroad that you are going to be with us on Good Friday. That's like next week Friday.
Yeah. Trust me. The time fly fast, man, from the time, but
Time
we're
is
ready,
moving
man, we're
so
ready.
fast. The time is
Yeah.
moving so fast, but we are just anticipating having you here with us. We know it's not your first time, right? Coming into these neck of the woods.
Um well, yeah, this is gonna be like the second time in the States.
Mm-hmm.
We make a little short stop in the Bronx for like a couple of hours, but nothing like, we
That
was
was
just passing through basically.
that was in December.
Yeah, that was in December, yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember that. I saw that video. You were down yonder, down south.
Yeah.
And amazing. With me this morning, Minister P is beside you, right there.
Good
Greetings.
morning, callers. Good morning.
Blessings, blessings.
And she's
Thank
one of
you.
your biggest fans, Colas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that, man. Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Introduce introduce me to you. I watched you some years ago, but never I didn't keep up with it throughout the most of the pandemic or the last year and a half of the pandemic. I didn't keep up with it until one day, bang, here again, bounce up into you, and the rest of it is like a wow.
Mhm.
Since then, it's been amazing. I'm
Yeah.
sure Minister P has a few questions for you. Likewise, here, a couple of questions for you. But I would love for her to talk with you for a moment, and
All
then
right.
I'll come right in. So go ahead, Minister.
So, good morning again, and welcome to Z Live Radio. You have been in Facebook, no stranger to the game because you're Facebook and YouTube, and you're in Z Live Radio. I am so delighted to be talking to you this morning. Like Bishop is saying, I mentioned you. He saw you, but then when I kind of yeah, there's kind of a rebirth where when I introduced you again to him, because one of your biggest fan, her name is, we call her Dorothy. She kept on saying, "You gotta watch Colors, man. You got to watch Colors," and she sent me the link, and ever since I am hooked. So I follow you. So when Bishop says you're coming to resurrection, oh my goodness, that just make my day, and you'll make a lot of people day. So coming to do a God, I mean, I know you do your adventures. I watch you spear fishing up in the mountain, cooking in the rain, all of that. But this time is a little different. You'll be in New York doing a gospel. How do you feel about doing that? I mean, you're no stranger to gospel because I know a little bit about your beginnings, but to come to be the MC for a big gospel show, how are you feeling?
Well, the thing is that these type of things kind of, like I always tell people, these kind of things kind of get me pumping, get the blood flowing, the
Mhm,
adrenaline
mhm.
rush a bit. But yeah, as you rightfully said, I'm used to, I'm used to these type of things. I've been doing well from ever since,
Mhm.
parties, from school days, all type of, you know, events I've been to, and I did a little bit of like time on the microphone,
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. People always, for some reason, give me the microphone because they say me have the vibes and thing. So, yeah, and you know, I'm in the church for, well, right now, mood say me, you know, at that place up
Right.
there, but you know, but me know, and always keep God close to me. So, that is the greatest thing. So I'm excited for it.
Right. You still put God first, although you're not 100% committed, right?
Yeah, man, all the time, man. You can't left God out of anything.
That's
Yeah,
right. That what you said. That is it. You can't
that
leave God out of.
that is it. That is it.
I mean, people are pumped. People are calling from all over. And I was watching Marlon the other day, and everybody's talking. He actually came down to the venue to seek it out and to advise people how to get there. Boy, I'm telling you, he's a big fan, and you have lots of fans. I am looking forward to seeing you coming in. The only thing we are missing is some of your team members. I would like to see a sax and a climber and T-bag, so,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
one of these days. So, actually, it's oh my goodness, it's next Friday, and I saw one of your adventures. Say, oh my goodness, you there without covering, and then there comes the visit.
So so until I get there and
Mhm.
and 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 think I won't do any more extreme adventures. But like it's crazy in a way where I could choose not to go on that adventure that day for the bees
Mhm.
hunting, or I could choose to could have chosen to properly gear up and thing. But me just do it for the fun of it and for the I like me say me like them kind of thing there.
Mhm.
And to be honest, me kind of know what bees thing feel like as me get bees thing. I've been on bees adventures before, in
Okay.
proper gears of course and thing. So going on that adventure was just my choice not to cover up. Me
Put it up.
like I tell them in the video, me even take off my pants and give it to Climber because him did have on the shots, and him they kind of scared of the bees them, but me just decided, you know what,
Mhm.
this is it. This is what Colors is known for, so I'm gonna do the adventure like this, and you know, yeah,
Right. Very daring. I said, look at Colors, and Colors is coming next week. Huh? But I'm happy that I don't see much of a swelling right now, so thank goodness it's
yeah,
going
man. By
down.
tomorrow, yeah, man. By tomorrow, it's fully gone, man. Cause bees thing don't really take a lot of time. Sometimes a couple hours, sometimes a few days, but
Right,
that's it. Yeah.
right. Well, it's good. It's good. Bishop, are you in?
I'm right here. I'm
Uh,
I'm watching. I'm a part of everything that is going on,
All
and
right.
gotta say that colors that I'm equally excited, sir. It was like music to my ears, when I called. I just made the call. I said, "Let me see what is possible here," and
Mhm.
you answered. I heard your humility as soon as you answered, and I said, "Wow." I think I think I just walked right into someone great when you answered. the morning. And I could hardly believe it. So when I got back news to everybody, I said, I was singing, if you happy and you know it, say amen, amen.
Amen.
Happy.
God is the greatest, man.
Because Kola says yes. Kola says yes. And, was amazing that, wow, you answered and you said yes. And we got things together and anticipating, what's going on. But like I said, I've been watching you for a period of time, right? And
Yeah.
I really want to know what started all of this. What's the trigger that you are into people's lives and helping them the way you help, and then pulling alongside you the guys who are with you, the young men that are with you. What triggered
Mhm.
you? Later on, I'll ask you why wear socks wherever I go. That's what I want to know. But tell me what triggered you.
Well, for me, it's just the way I grew up still, Um, like growing up, being not able to, have certain things like you want something now and you don't have it. So when you reach to a level where you can, you know, get it or give it to somebody, then you do so. So I would say that is the reason why, I am how I am. Growing up in the countryside,
Hmm.
seeing the struggle, knowing the struggle, living the struggle. So when me reach to a level where I can, take somebody out of the struggle, then give me that inner peace, and tell me that,
Amazing.
yo, yeah, this could be me, So I'm
Yeah.
taking myself out of it, through
Yeah.
somebody else. Yeah.
So during the hurricane, the last one, I saw you were up and down. You were in other parishes and distributing stuff like zinc and steel and all those things. I think that was really an amazing thing because people had lost
The
their uh,
roots.
their roofs and so on. So
Mhm.
what is it that drove you and why? Uh, where did you get these things from to give to the people?
Okay, so initially the first time we went to Saint Elizabeth in Treasure Beach, as that
Hmm.
was one of the most affected community in Jamaica. So when I saw the news, well, I was planning to go to Saint Vincent even before the Saint Elizabeth one, because I never see the Saint Elizabeth one for some reason, but I got the Saint Vincent news, and I
Right.
saw a lot of videos, so I was already planning to go to Saint Vincent. But then, I don't believe if somebody sent me a video from Saint Vincent. I don't remember, but I saw the video and I decided that, you know what, um, if I'm gonna go to a different country to do this, then I might as well start in, my own place, my own country. So um, I got to the hardware, purchase some zincs and stuff out of my own pocket, no help or assistant. And then we went the first time, and then after that video came out, um, a few persons reached out and said they wanted to sponsor,
Hmm.
sponsor some more zinc. So we did that
Right.
2 times. We made the job down to St. Elizabeth 2 times, you know and we carried food, we carried water, we carried zinc, more zinc, and all of that. Yeah, and then after that, no, we left for Saint Vincent, and we basically did the same thing. But it was
Wow.
just you see a situation where you can do something, even if you're not gonna be able to do it for everybody, but you can
Right.
make a start, right? And you can also, influence somebody to want to help as well, and
Hmm.
that's what I did.
That was amazing because you are really you're from St. Mary or Portland.
Well, Saint Mary. It's technically Saint Mary, but we're like a stone throw away, Or we can say we walk off into Portland. We're right at the border there. So we
That's it.
we have the
I guess
the
like
two parts for ourselves.
you sleep over in St. Mary, but the kitchen is in Portland. Something
Yeah, yeah. Sleeping set me awake in Portland.
in Portland.
Yeah,
So that's where you are now, is it?
yeah. At the moment, yeah, man.
Wow. So how did you create cooking with all that you're doing? Because I can't recall you doing the cooking part in the early stages. But by the time I caught up with you years later, there you were cooking up a storm and making the coconut dumpling, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But how did food get into it?
All right. So I had the YouTube channel for a long time, but um, when COVID came about, that's when I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna do something different because I wanted more people to see what I was doing. Because I was
Mhm.
always good with the cameras, I was always recording stuff. I used to do pranks with me and my wife, that's Sham. And I used to do some music as well. But that time I used to do like dancehall music and thing. But the channel was really, really small. So, I wasn't getting the type of viewership that I would want. And I was saying to myself, I'm putting in all this work, and
Right.
when I look at the videos, they're barely being seen by people. Right. So I'm going to try a different approach. So that's when I decided to do the whole creative cooking. I could have just, came out and started doing like the regular traditional cooking, like, just cook the regular thing where everybody else cook. But then I said to myself, you know what, if I do that, then, where am I gonna fall, on the YouTube space? Because there were already other people
Other people doing
on
it,
YouTube
right?
that is cooking, right?
Mhm.
But
Lots
none
of
of
people.
them, yeah, none of them weren't doing the creative type of cooking. So that's when I started to, mix different things that nobody else was doing. And in the early stage, even my team members usually, be afraid to eat some of this stuff because they might say, "Yo, me never see this yet. Oh, if you put, this together and that together." I mean, I say, "No, man, just trust the process, man."
Coca leaf and saltfish. Who does that?
Yeah, well, a whole lot of things. But the first time we did the apple fried chicken. Yeah, we did coca leaf and saltfish. We did so many. I would say like people would call them bizarre dishes. But
Exotic. We call it exotic.
right, yeah. But that's what grabbed the attention or caught the attention of persons, and they were watching more and sharing more because they wanted to see the outcome. I guess
Hmm.
some people probably was just watching to see, yo, them a youth they go hurt themselves for night time, or them
Yeah.
a go them a go them a go poison up themselves. So I could watch and see what go on. But over time, you know, all of that
Mhm.
developed into what we are now and what we are known for. Yeah.
I think that is one of the things that is admirable about your channel because you try to utilize the things around you, to make a different. To make, I saw you doing the hibiscus barbecue chicken, something like
Yeah.
that, and I said,
Yeah.
who combines hibiscus with barbecue? And we are watching, so it's intriguing, and I think that is what grabbed people and what grabbed me too. That the fact that you use the things that around you, you find breadfruit on the tree you didn't even plant, you have rose breadfruit right there. You get the coconut. You just climb tree and do these things. I think that's what's admirable and draw people to your channel. And what is amazing, you just mentioned it that you initially started with your own funds, and look at what God do with your effort that you
Yeah.
started and then people come on board.
Yes, yes. So even in the early stages of the channel, because you know, to monetize on YouTube, you have to reach a certain requirements. But at the time, I had like Sax, I had Climber and Cantor. At that time, Climber never lived with me yet, but he was on the team. So,
Right.
you have them around. You have to pay them because nobody now gonna work for free, and them
Free.
say encouragement, sweet labor. So I had to pay them for out of my pocket. No money on YouTube being generated yet, so I had to pay them, out of my pocket at that time too. So, but I had the vision, and I saw. where it was going, and I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna make this sacrifice, whatever it takes, because I know that I can do this. And the things that we are doing is nothing that we have to learn. It's things that we already, have in us. From the climbing of
Mm-hmm.
the trees, to, running down the wildfowls in the yard. All of these things, we grew up on these things, so it was easy for us. So it was like a win-win situation. In the start,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little bit challenging because, of course, me have to left from all the way in Kingston to Portland like every weekend, and that was yeah, a lot of bus fare being spent. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had to go downtown to buy the seasoning for the cookings, and then
Right.
had to carry these things on my head, in the taxi up the hill. So it was a real challenge. But then as we go along, it gets a little bit easier. And then when we start
Mm-hmm.
getting paid on YouTube now, it becomes much,
Much,
much more
much more
effective.
clear. All right. So what's the motivation behind all the guys that surround you? What's the motivation? What would you tell somebody who's a young youth coming up and coming and want to be a YouTuber like you? What's some advice?
Well, I think for anybody who want to start YouTube, well, I guess for most, the the main thing is that, they can see where it can be beneficial, in the sense that you can earn an income from
Generate
it,
income. Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's something that, it's basically like you're self-employed then. So, if you go on a big job interview, you can just take up your camera and start something. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult in the sense that you have to reach the YouTube requirements, but
Right.
yeah, but they can just look on other successful YouTubers like myself and others, and be motivated and be inspired, to
Mm-hmm.
want to do this, and I believe that there are a lot of you call benefits from this.
Mm-hmm.
You get to enjoy yourself while working, because that's that's
Mm-hmm.
that's the main thing for me. I get to, it's not even like we're working; we're just enjoying ourselves. Our channel is mainly surrounded food, so we get to eat food every day, and make a living from that. So yeah, man.
So it's
So
all about content.
yeah, it's all about the content. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
you want to do or whatever you're passionate about. Because
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can cook like me. So, but maybe you can do here, or maybe you can do. Maybe you're good at singing or making things. Just showcase your talent. It will be a bit challenging in the beginning, but if you are persistent enough, then definitely you will get the reward. You just have to put in the work.
Like they say, hey, you never know. If you
Yeah,
stay with it and you continue to build on your gift, right? Then,
exactly.
hey, you never know. Ladies and gentlemen, we are catching up with colas. Is it colas or colas? Because I hear Marlon
Boy,
saying colas.
everybody call me a different name, but it's colors.
Colas.
Yeah, colors. Some people say coolers, some people say colas. You know,
Colas. Colas.
but
Some
it's
people say
colors. But
collage.
yeah,
Are you
but
Mhm.
collage?
I'm very chilled, so I don't I don't really mind it. It's just, yeah, man.
And colas will be MC at our Resurrection Gospel Train Experience, ladies and gentlemen. That's on Good Friday, next week, Friday, April 18th, here inside of the Bronx. There's a buzzing in the Bronx, colas that people are calling and people are saying, hey, is he coming for real? Like, is this true? Because we want to tell them that this is no joke. No
Yeah,
joke,
it's
right?
no joke. It's no joke.
Awesome.
That is it,
Take
but
your
yeah, man. I'll be
time.
there. I'll be there.
That it is true that Colas is coming to hang out with us on next week, Friday, Good Friday. And we're anticipating everybody coming in, right? And being a part of it. So we like the food. Can I tell you that this past week I tried
Mm-mm-mm.
coconut dumpling in Colas? I did.
Yeah.
And I must say of myself that I did very, very well. I'm tooting my own horn. Where's my tambourine? Oh my God, I can't find my tambourine. My tambourine is nearby. I'm tooting my own horn and searching for my tambourine. Hold on, where is it? Jesus, can't find the tambourine. There it is. I'm tooting my own horn and shaking my
That is
tambourine
it.
because
That is it. That is it.
I think you would have been so proud of me, right? Making my coconut dumplings where I watched you. Then I told my wife that I want to make some, I said, colors inspire me, to go back in the kitchen. 'Cause one time I used to cook, but it's a long time. My wife is a good cook, great cook. So I don't even have to go in the kitchen. But you inspired me one day, and I got up and decided I'm gonna make some dirty girl I
Yeah,
call
some mackerel.
a mackerel. And I got it together. I got some beans. I got some, what's the name of the other one? Oh my
Brussels
God.
sprouts.
Some Brussels sprouts and pepper. And the pot looks so nice, like colors pot them, That's how it looks.
And then
And
Colors, he called me, Sister Walker, you have to come over.
Yeah,
Hmm.
too good
colors,
to keep it alone, man. Yeah.
listen, the pot looks so good like your pot. And
Yeah.
I got the mackerel and everything, and I started. It was the best. The other day, I made it again on Monday, and Monday was just out of the world. So I called my wife and I said, "Listen, I need to make some coconut dumplings," and she walked me through, get the season, get the coconut milk. I just didn't have the grated one, right? So
That's
I
the
used,
Right.
best.
we're in
Yeah.
America. We don't have no coconut tree to climb like you up here in New York. So
We
we
have
did
coconuts though, but you just
have
wanted to
coconut,
use ours on hand.
but we don't have no tree. We
Yeah.
don't have no tree around here, colors, because so I had to use the little dry coconut. No, the canned coconut. And I poured it into the pot. She told me to don't put a lot of water in there. Just pour the coconut milk in there. And I did the
Yeah.
flour. I think I make better flour than you, though. I could tell you that.
Oh
I would not
Lord.
competition. So
Are
Well,
we
I
going to
made
have a competition, Bishop?
would have forgot about cook off, cause me can
Yes.
literally blindfold myself and make the dumpling, so.
I think so. We should have a cook off.
my dumplings don't have no craters in it. People make dumplings say craters in it.
Well,
Some
Yeah.
hole and all them things. My dumpling
well,
is so
maybe you have to
Mhm.
see Colors roll and press them up close.
I want to watch. Whenever I get to Jamaica, I come to see you because I want to show you how my mother taught me to make the best dumplings, right? Where there's no craters in it,
Oh, you
and
kind of
it's
tripping out now.
uh, you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Doesn't
We're
seem as
hearing.
if. Are
We're
you
hearing
hearing
you.
Colors?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here now.
Okay,
I'm here now.
hearing
All right.
now. Okay.
So
Yeah.
somebody said maybe you can go to Florida, and we can go down to Florida. Andrew said, and we can do a competition down there where I get the grated one. But I had to use the
Hmm.
can. I had to use the can one colors, and I must tell you that my dumplings were amazing. It was, and when it was time to taste it, it was the best dumplings. Up to the next day, up to the next
All right.
day, uh, up to the following day, I was able to warm up to what the dumplings. I call it brought forward. So I brought forward my dumplings and tasted it the next day, and it was still good. I said, "Wow, I gotta tell people as that, right? What inspired you? What inspired
Colors,
you?
set up an instant cook off right now.
I'm not going to
Uh,
make the cover.
well, me know me da get a landslide victory still, but
Oh,
Oh,
but
I
but the
feel,
coconut, the
I
coconut
feel,
dumpling though.
Colin, I
mhm.
feel it will be the biggest upset in the history of the human race because I am going to win.
Uh,
Talk
yeah.
about the coconut dumpling
Tell us
Colors.
about the coconut dumpling, Colin.
Okay. So the coconut dumpling. well, I grew up seeing my mother doing, you know, well, when we never have certain things, like we couldn't afford meat kind.
Talk colors and same thing we do, so we know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay, go talk.
yeah, yeah. So we could afford the chicken and the
Mm-hmm.
other this and the that. So, um, we have coconut trees, cause we have a lot of fruit trees and all of that around the place, and she get the flour or she get rice, you know. But in this case, we are talking about coconut dumplings. So she get the flour, she grate a coconut and basically just cook it down the night. And I say, yeah, this thing nice. So years later now when I started the YouTube now, I say, all right, how we can do this thing and add a bit more flavor to it. So I just all right, start season it up, make sure put my little twist and little spin on it, and then me realize, yo, this thing really, really nice. And that was basically it. So it was like taking something that was already good and making it better, in that sense. Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
And yeah, and then when we introduce it to the world, everybody just fell in love with it. We have guests like literally every time we have a booking, coconut dumpling and sax
Yeah,
fried chicken.
it's
Those
requested.
are those are. It's like it become mandatory now. So even if somebody don't put it on the thing, they're expecting it.
Uh,
Yeah,
Wow.
so every adventure.
Somebody
yes.
say,
Yeah.
I'm crazy wanting to challenge you, but it's not a challenge. Don't look at it. Don't look at it as a challenge. Okay, it's not a challenge. It's
Why are
just
you looking? It's a competition?
no. I am just going in as the underdog. If I win, I can celebrate. If Colas win, there's nothing to celebrate because everybody knows.
I agree with that person who texted Bishop. Yes,
Eh,
it's like
Oh my God, we can
cooking
actually,
suicide.
yeah, cooking
exactly.
success. We're
Yeah,
so good.
it's like, yeah,
We're
man. It's
racing
like
up to
it's
the top
like
of the
it's
hour
like
now.
going into a race with Usain Bolt at this point.
I know, I
Angel.
know. Colors,
Yeah.
we're heading up to the top of the hour, and but tell us about the family. No, I realize you have a nice family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, man. So I have a wife, Shamika, and two daughters, and then
Morning to
Climber.
Sham Sham. We want to say morning to Sham Sham.
Morning, Sham. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And Jesse.
So Jacia is the oldest daughter. She
Mm-hmm.
she's 5 now, and Jason is 2. She's gonna turn 3 in April, and then Climber is the adopted son.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, man. So we say so family of 4. Yeah,
Or
Mm-hmm.
amazing,
yeah,
amazing,
yeah,
amazing.
and it's just what would I
Including
say, man?
Climber is not 4.
It's almost that 5.
Yeah.
Almost that.
5. The two girls and you and Sham and Climber. 5.
Yeah. 5. Yeah, man. So that's like the immediate family. But
All right,
outside
Mm-hmm.
of that, we have a big family, a lot of sisters,
I
brothers.
know. Could
One
imagine.
my family really, really big. Yeah, man. Yeah,
So
man.
that's why your mama had to be creative, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
What we're gonna do when you come in, we're gonna have a sit down talk, like where we can do so much more in terms of the
yeah,
interview, because
yeah.
we're running up to the top of the hour. Before you go though, I want to know why socks is him wear
Okay.
socks wherever him go, water, hillside. What happened?
All right, well, surprisingly, when before me move, cause I moved to Kingston in 2010 to attend college and then basically live over there. Me
Hmm.
never know him as Sax back then. Me did just know him as his regular name, where we usually call him, Aldane. That's his right name. So
Mm-hmm.
when me come back now and start doing the adventure, me everybody I call him Sax. So me ask him why them always I call him Sax. I think him say maybe because him tall, cause him the long and maga. People say him long and maga. But from trust me, from that time coming back till now, him
Mm-hmm.
always name socks him. So me don't know what the real reason. Maybe we'd have to ask him what.
The socks make him
One
look
of these
short.
days, we'll ask him.
The
Yeah.
socks making me look shorter. So delighted this morning though to catch up with you. It's a blessing. I look forward to you coming in. We're not going to announce the you're coming in. We're just saying we're just going to be on an interview when you come in, right?
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
So
man.
we can have the conversation. But my pleasure. Tell everybody we know that we say hello.
All right. Blessings,
Yes.
man, and thank you so much for having me this morning.
My
And
pleasure as
looking
well.
forward to the concert. You know.
Yes. My pleasure as well, and looking forward to meeting you and see you at the concert. Come on, people.
You at the
Concert will be in
concert.
town.
See you at
That is
the
it. That is it.
Western Gospel Train
Yes.
Experience. See you there. See you there.
God bless.
Blessing.
God bless you. Yeah, man. Blessings.
Walk good
Blessings.
callers.
Lisa.
Walk good.
Take your
Walk
time.
take
All
good
right. No
call.
joke.
That is
Dope.
that is it, man. Blessings. Yeah.
Insta.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
What good. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing this morning. We want to say thanks. Thanks so much. We're running out. CJ Gospel Radio comes up next here, and we want you to keep it locked. Pastor ONZ, Minister P, and Sister Virginie, morning. We're going to take that internet company to, on fire. What good.
Bye, bye.
Everybody sing with me.
What good, people.
Holding on, holding